3v3. Vander an upset, trying to look tasty. Sheriff stepping forward. There's the Featherstorm and the quickness getting the knock up, and that's a lot of damage. Vander hopping back, and Shook is hopping right in. That's first blood. They get the stomp off. Olaf, Ragnarok, and throwing some axes out to cover the retreat. But it's H2K that come up with the kill.
Yeah, I really like the patience there from Shook, just staying around the bottom lane, kind of sniffing out the fact that Pride was around.
Shook a more aggro jungler.
So Pride went topside, of course, as we talked about, but second Infernal just spawned.
This is huge, actually.
And H2K keep playing bottom side, which is the correct lane. Smitty J up there, all he had to do was stay alive, and he did his job. They get double Infernal.
Lead the Archangel staff. There looks like there's a bit of a fight here. Shockwave not going to be able to pull in Pride, and Shook try to get the damage out. Now Selfie flashing away. Schalke throwing their weight around here, but they've got to be careful. Teleport's near to complete, and there's the quickness. Promiscu getting the... Oh! That's a big Meganar, and Upset is not going to be feeling too happy after that one. Smitty, with the last breath of his Meganar, pushes him up against the wall.
Ooh, good calls from H2K again here, kind of dancing around in the river. They actually knew that Mr. Chachi was there.
Smitty J, trying to stack up this Gnar bar. Let's see if they can push down the mid tower while everyone from Schalke is away.
Let's see. I mean, they're looking for fight Smitty J's Gnar.
Well, that'll stop you short. Here we go, not for long. It looks like they're gonna go for the wombo combo. Vander didn't know I hit him, and neither did the rest of Schalke. Shockwave being flashed away. Let's see if they can get that hit. Chaos Storm to try and push them back. H2K will only get one kill for their troubles, but man, that looked cool.
Yeah, I love how proactive H2K are with these engages here. It's Promiscu again. It's so hard for Vander to react in time because Recon engages are so quick. And then Smitty J follows up, gets two flashes from Schalke due to the shockwave of Selfie. You asked for the mid lane turret, Pyro, you're getting it.
Yes, indeed. That's the second for H2K. Man, I want to know what Promiscu ate for breakfast. Flashing forward, they really want this kill. Another undertow from Pride. Smitty J's got to hop soon enough, but he can't dodge it out, and they root him in place, smash him under tower, and Pride gets the kill.
All right, meanwhile, H2K got a top lane turret for themselves. Couldn't start the Baron. There's no one who could actually tank it on their side with the Kha'Zix jungle.
Still, though, they do find themselves behind. Remember, what is at stake here? Schalke. Every game's going to count for these guys trying to fulfill their destiny, but for H2K, they can't even afford to lose one, and they've started up the Baron.
They're baiting with Selfie in mid. Selfie's just wave clearing. Schalke do not know the Baron is started.
They have no idea. Here comes the Olaf. Can he get in time? No, he can't steal it, but he tries to start the fight. The rest of the team turns it right around. And that was unfortunate for Pride. He tried to get in. Couldn't get out.
But man, again, H2K aggressive calls, and they're working. Selfie sits mid. Just this game, they were up at 15 minutes. They were getting double Inferno Drake. Pirate, they even get the buffed Cloud Drake.
We are in completely unknown territory at this point, Deficio. I mean, H2K, remember they started this split. Like, there's definitely nobody on the analyst desk that would be offended by that, right?
We actually sat down and started looking at longest losing streaks, specifically when preparing for H2K games, because we're like, oh, we might have to talk about it.
Might talk about this kill, though. We go back to that in a second. Promiscu! Nuke Duck fires one away.
The binding on the team, and now looking good in this game specifically. We're still looking at all the Schalke scaling, and they're trying to hold on for dear life.
Yeah, I was going to say alarm bells should be ringing for this team right now, and Smitty J just does not care about Visit. Chachi smashes the tree against the remains of the turret. Shook is coming to help clean him up. He gets a smash back. The cats are on. I don't think he's really going anywhere. The rest of the team is trying to get involved, but meanwhile, H2K are taking down one tower, and Visit Chachi, the cavalry. And this was H2K doing their homework, too. We sat down to prep for this game. We talked about the teams really wanting to play for the lane. H2K have mixed that one up, and they go once more, trying to get the ganks off inside the brush. Chachi falls, and they nearly took down Nuke Duck as well.
But what we actually saw this game was something when we were preparing for it that we did talk about and look at was like, again, and you mentioned this early in the game, Schalke rarely snowballs the early game. And H2K as a team have only really gotten punished in the early game. They've actually won a lot of their late games. So the fact that Schalke lost the early game this hard to H2K is why the game is now so one-sided, because we know H2K can play late game. We know they can play around Baron. They've done that multiple times. Now they're in the late game, and they have a 10K goal lead.
And in a minute and a half, they can play around Baron again. Increasingly desperate moves just to check out their own jungle, and it's so obvious what's going to happen with the Baron spawning.
Yep, they started. I don't think Schalke can contest it. If they do, at least, they risk just getting jumped and die. Pride and the rest probably have to stay back. So second Baron coming to H2K. They're sitting super, super farmed up at the moment. They have double Infernal Drake. This should be what they need to finish the game in the next 3.5 minutes. And then they take that big, crucial win, because tomorrow they play Rocket. Another team that's just
trying to stay alive in this playoff race. This is why every game counts, Deficio. They are knocking on the door. trying to knock down Schalke and get themselves one step closer to those playoffs. With Visit Chachi, he might have something to say about that. Teleporting around the backside. Let's see if H2K can make their escape. Smitty J nearly having the Meganar pride. He goes in, he turns right back around. They just don't feel brave enough. They can't take this fight.
See if H2K can get this last outer turret for themselves. It goes down pretty fast. Chachi already used ulti. He might just die now.
Okay, going golden right now, but that's only going to buy him a few more seconds. There's a big charm, and he gets knocked against the wall. The last inhibitor is going to fall shortly. Excuse me, there's another one in mid, but H2K might not even need it to close this game out. The gold lead just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and Schalke, their base is melting before their eyes.
Okay, they still got plenty of time on the Baron. They can go back now, get full HP, wait for super minions in all 3 lanes, buff up all of them. Very true. Instead, they get one last chance to defend. One last chance to put themselves in a good position when it comes to the playoff race. Losing it to H2K would be horrible for Schalke because they play Fnatic tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not who you want to face in a do-or-die situation. Fnatic might already be locked in that #1 spot, but they're not going to give up games just for nothing.
Oh no, they're definitely going to take it serious. So this seemed like the game that Schalke had to win if they wanted to fight for that playoff spot.
But
And
H2K needed it too.
Very
This
true.
is it. The final push, and they have the minions to do it. The damage is all too real. Upset sending out an ace in the hole, but his team could very well get ace and fall right down after this one. One tower going down, the second tower soon to fall. Promiscue trying to go in, and he finds the kill. It's going to be Sheriff picking off Pride. And they're just giving ground here. Nothing they can do. Systematic destruction in H2K. The playoff dream is alive.
They just stomped Schalke. H2K showed